नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका राज्यसभा टीवी में। आपके साथ मैं हूं अभिलाषा पाठक। आइए शुरुआत करते हैं मुख्य समाचारों के साथ। राज्यसभा की कार्यवाही अनिश्चितकाल के लिए स्थगित। सभापति एम वेंकैया नायडू ने सत्र की कम उत्पादकता पर जताई चिंता। बजट सत्र के आखिरी दिन राष्ट्रपति के अभिभाषण पर धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव पारित। पर्सनल लॉ संशोधन विधेयक समेत 5 विधेयकों को मिली मंजूरी। सोलहवीं लोकसभा के आखिरी सत्र को प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी समेत विभिन्न दलों के नेताओं ने किया संबोधित। प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा, हमारे 5 साल के कार्यकाल को देश और दुनिया रखेगी याद। मुलायम सिंह यादव ने की नरेंद्र मोदी के दोबारा प्रधानमंत्री बनने की कामना। 16वीं लोकसभा के दौरान सदन में जीएसटी और आईबीसी समेत 205 विधेयक हुए पारित। बजट सत्र के आखिरी दिन अनियमित जमा योजनाओं पर पाबंदी से जुड़ा विधेयक लोकसभा में पारित। गरीबों को ठगने वाले पोंजी स्कीमों पर लगाम लगाने का प्रावधान। चर्चा के दौरान कांग्रेस और लेफ्ट ने पश्चिम बंगाल में लोगों का पैसा डूबने के लिए ममता बनर्जी सरकार को ठहराया जिम्मेदार। एनडीए सरकार का राफेल सौदा यूपीए सरकार के 2.86% सस्ता। संसद के दोनों सदनों में पेश की गई सीएजी की रिपोर्ट से मिली जानकारी। केंद्रीय मंत्री अरुण जेटली ने कहा, सत्य की हुई जीत, झूठ बंधन का झूठ बेनकाब। और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी रियल एस्टेट से जुड़े क्रेडाई यूथकॉन 19 को थोड़ी देर कर रहे हैं संबोधित। रियल एस्टेट निर्माताओं और डेवलपरों की अगली पीढ़ी से दृष्टिकोण साझा करना मकसद। दिल्ली के तालकटोरा स्टेडियम में हो रहे सम्मेलन में प्रदर्शनी का कर रहे हैं दौरा। राज्यसभा के सभापति एम वेंकैया नायडू ने सदन की कार्यवाही सुचारू रूप से नहीं चल पाने पर गहरी चिंता जताई है। सदन की कार्यवाही अनिश्चितकाल के लिए स्थगित करने से पहले सभापति ने सदन को जनता के लिए जवाबदेह बताते हुए कामकाज पर रिपोर्ट टू द पीपल पेश की। उन्होंने कहा कि मौजूदा सत्र में राज्यसभा की उत्पादकता बहुत ही कम रही। सभापति ने कहा कि वर्तमान सत्र में होने वाली कुल 10 बैठकों में कामकाज के 48 घंटों में से करीब 44 घंटे गतिरोध की भेंट चढ़ गए। सदन के कामकाज का प्रतिशत मात्र 4.9 रहा। हालांकि मौजूदा सत्र के आखिरी दिन अंतरिम बजट से जुड़े वित्त विधेयक, लेखानुदान और विनियोग विधेयक समेत 5 विधेयक पारित होने पर सभापति ने प्रसन्नता जताई। हालांकि उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि बिना बहस के विधेयक पारित करने की परंपरा सही नहीं है और इससे बचना चाहिए। सभापति एम वेंकैया नायडू ने उम्मीद जताई कि अगले सत्र में विभिन्न दलों के सदस्य सकारात्मक योगदान देंगे।
Leader of the opposition, Sri Ghulam Nabi ji, leaders of various parties, members of the August House, as we come to closure of yet another session, where at the moment of Honorable Prime Minister, where at the moment of reflection, a stock taking of what we have achieved and what we have not. With a heavy heart, I have to say that this short but important budget session of the Rajya Sabha turned out to be another wasted opportunity. This only reinforces the dysfunctional pattern that has been evident for the last few years, in which a matter of serious concern, and it will be a big challenge to democracy. It's time for all sections of the House to evolve a collective consciousness to enable effective functioning of the House, further to deep introspection to prevent any further damage to the standing of this August House, which is also known as the House of Elders. Elders are usually expected to show the way to others. This was the earnest hope with which I began this session. The optimist tells me, even now, not to lose the hope and instead wait for a turnaround. I only hope that this would sooner than later will happen. Parliamentary democracy is all about ensuring governance through accountability to the people, the ultimate patrons and the ultimate masters. It is not only the accountability of the executive to be ensured by the legislatures, but the accountability of the legislature and the judiciary as well. What about the accountability of the legislatures and their failures to discharge the mandate functions? Rajya Sabha is the second chamber of apex legislature. Too is accountable to the people. Its performance rankles me quite a bit. This session being the last one before the general election, fast approaching, we need to know as to what extent this August House lived up to the role and expectations of the people. I would like to report to the people what all we have been able to do. The legislature and executive have a bounden duty of doing the needful, responding to the wishes and aspirations of the people as conveyed in their mandate in general election. All the members of this August House would be well aware of three critical functions of the legislature: legislative, deliberative, and accountability functions. We all supposed to make legislations necessary for the betterment of the country, and the people take up and deliberate on issues of public importance and ensure the accountability of government of the day. Evidence suggests that we did not rise to the expectations of the people. So as a chairman of the House, the custodian of the House and members' rights and responsibilities, I hope that everyone will realize the same and then move forward for better performance in future. Since June 2014, Rajya Sabha held 18 sessions and 329 sittings till today and passed only 149 bills. This comes to a less than a bill in 2 sittings. The bills passed during this period is 39, less than the 188 bills passed during 2009 and 14, and an astonishing 63 bills lesser than 251 bills passed by this House during 2004 and 9. These statistics clearly show that the legislative output of this House has substantially declined since 2014. Question hour is primarily meant to ensure accountability of the executive of the day. Calling attention notices, short duration discussions beside 0 hour and the provision for making special pensions are meant for raising issues of public importance and concern. But we have shown we have not shown the enough respect for the same. Every question hour lost means an opportunity of seeking answers from the government on 8 issues of policy, implementation and governance by 40 members. Every 0 hour lost means depriving 15 members, raising their immediate issues of importance. Since June 2014, the productivity of the August House in terms of the time available and the time utilized for taking up the legislative business and issues of public concern is only 60%. Who is to be held accountable for this? We all have to ponder over this. Of the 18 sessions over the last 5 years, the productivity of the House has been below the 5-year average of 60% in respect of 9 sessions. In terms of bills passed, it ranged from just 1 bill in the case of intersession of 2016 and the budget session of 2018, 2 bills passed during the monsoon session of 2015 to a maximum of 14 bills each passed during the monsoon session of 16 and 18. While the sittings of the House as per the year during the last 5 years have been as per the trend of 60 to 70 days, the declining productivity of legislature output is a matter of deep concern. A large number of bills are pending consideration of the House, and you all know what are those bills. I need not enumerate them. During the last 5 sessions, I have had the honor of presiding over. A total of 28 bills have been passed during the 88 sittings, which comes to a less than a bill in 3 sittings. While the 3 bills were passed during the last winter session, this budget session proved to be far less productive. This session and the last one has witnessed heightened efforts by some section of the House to force this August House into a kind of suspended animation. This has forced me to name some numbers, not to my liking, but at the same time as I was mandated to do my responsibility. I was worried about the public perception about the state of affairs in this House. Further, logical action could not be taken as some senior leaders assured me that they would talk it out with the concerned parties and members and convince them not to disrupt the House any further. But it did not happen, unfortunately. I have made my best possible efforts to enable normal functioning of the House. I have been regularly talking to leaders of various parties, but my anguish seems to have no impact. This only exposed the limitations of the chair in altering the scripts of some sections of the House. So this is really very unfortunate. As the honourable members, I have set up a 2-member committee to examine the existing provisions of the rules of business of the House in terms of their adequacy to enable smooth functioning of the House. This report has been received and the same soon will be referred to General Purpose Committee of the House. I would like the committee to take a final view on the recommendations so that they could be made effective before the next full session of the House. Honourable members, ultimately this August House would be what you want it to be. A performing one or a dysfunctional one, the choice is to the members. People of the country want it to be a performing one. So let us all keep in mind the expectations of the people and try to live up to the expectations. During this budget session, with 10 sittings as against the available total time of 48 hours. More than 44 hours has been lost due to disruptions. Productivity of the House during this session has been 4.9%. Honourable members, the looming prospect of this session ending up as without passing any bill has been thankfully averted by late realization and some understanding today. As a result, 5 bills have been passed. Three bills have been passed, including that finance 3 bills. 5 bills have been. But I suggest that the practice of passing bills without discussion is better avoided. I agree with the members also. 6 bills have been introduced during this session. 16 zero-hour submissions could be taken up during this session and no special mentions at all. But we all agree that it is not enough. I hope the report to the people on the functioning of the House during the last 5 years will be taken serious note of it. As a chairman, I have a responsibility to convey to the country and its people about the performance of the House. Members of this August House are elected by those elected by the people. You are supposed to demonstrate higher sense of responsibility and ensure normal functioning of the House guided by the people's concern and their expectations. So each one of us seriously think if we can collectively enhance the quality of debate, discussions, and most importantly, demeanor. If we can follow the procedures and use available parliamentary tools, the hopes and aspirations of the people are expected to articulate will be heard. If cacophony and disruptive spectacles become our House characteristic, we would have betrayed the people's trust in each one of us. I do hope we don't allow further downslide in the coming days. Despite all the shortcomings, my dear members, the last 5 years, the Rajya Sabha passed a few path-breaking bills positively impacting the socio-economic development of the country, besides checking corruption and improving transparency. They include the Constitution 124th Amendment Bill 2019, providing 10% reservation for economically weaker sections. The Constitution 122nd Amendment Bill 2014 for the introduction of GST and 9 other related bills. Third, the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Amendment Bill 2015 and 2018. Fourth, the Criminal Law Amendment Bill 2018 to prevent sexual abuse of children. 5. The Fugitive Economic Offenders Bill 2018. The Prevention of Corruption Amendment Bill 2018. 6. 7. The Black Money, Undisclosed Foreign Income and Assets and Imposition of Tax Bill 2015. 8. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 and the related Amendment Bill 2017. 9. The Constitution 123rd Amendment Bill 2017 for setting up a National Commission for Backward Classes. 10. The Real Estate Regulation (RERA) Bill 2016 to protect the interest of buyers and enhance the confidence in and credibility of the important real estate sector. 11. The Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Bill 2015 and 2016. Besides the Coal Mines Special Provisions Bill 2015 for auctioning of the mines. 12. The Aadhaar Targeted Delivery of Financial and Other Subsidies, Benefits and Service Bill 2016. The 13. The Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Bill 2016. 14. The Commercial Courts, Commercial Divisions and Commercial Appellate Division of High Courts Bill 2015. And 15. The Rights of Persons with a Disability Bill 2016. Honourable members, that we should all take care of the perception that is going, and we must see to it that in the coming days that we improve our performance. I can only say obstruction of proceedings cannot be allowed to emerge as the preferred form of parliamentary democracy. Our nation has just entered the 70th year of republic. Legislature and the honourable members should discharge their noble responsibilities. As House of Elders, we need to lead by example. This is a privilege that the people bestowed on a few. The expectations are very high. Our responsibilities are onerous. We can ill afford to regret our last opportunities we had. We must script a new chapter next time we meet, a new chapter which we can all be proud in the coming days. Honourable members may keep this in mind. Though not a very productive session, I would like to thank all the members, at least for this today's concluding day, on a positive note. That's a good thing that has happened. So, my honourable members, I have enumerated all this as part of my responsibility as the chairman of this institution, this House of Elders, to convey to the people what has happened, what has not happened, what is expected, and what we should do in the future. That is the purpose of this valedictory address by the chair. That happens always.
वहीं सदन में सभापति एम वेंकैया नायडू ने YouTube पर राज्यसभा टीवी के 20 लाख सब्सक्राइबर होने की जानकारी दी। उन्होंने कहा कि राज्यसभा टेलीविजन देश का सबसे तेजी से आगे बढ़ने वाला चैनल बन गया है। सभापति ने कहा कि सदन की कार्यवाही के प्रति लोगों की जागरूकता और चैनल के कंटेंट के प्रति लोकप्रियता को दर्शाता है।
I have also a small good news. The Rajya Sabha TV is a property of the House. I'm happy to inform that the Rajya Sabha TV on the 4th of this month crossed 2 million mark in terms of YouTube subscribers and has emerged as one of the leading channels, has grown 5 times since then. This reflects on the interest of the people in the proceedings of the House and related content.
16वीं लोकसभा का आज आखिरी कामकाजी दिन था। बजट सत्र के समापन से पहले लोकसभा में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी समेत कई दलों के नेताओं ने सरकार के कामकाज और राजनीतिक दलों के रवैये को लेकर अपने अपने विचार रखे।
करीब करीब 3 दशक बाद एक पूर्ण बहुमत वाली सरकार बनी और आजादी के बाद पहली बार कांग्रेस गोत्र की नहीं है, ऐसी पूर्ण बहुमत वाली सरकार बनी। इन 16वीं लोकसभा में 17 सत्र हुए। 8 सत्र ऐसे रहे जिसमें 100% से अधिक काम हुआ। तो करीब 85% आउटकम के साथ आज हम विदाई ले रहे हैं। हम कभी कभी सुनते थे भूकंप आएगा, लेकिन 5 साल का कार्यकाल का पूरा हो रहा है, कोई भूकंप नहीं आया। कभी हवाई जहाज उड़े हैं और बड़े बड़े लोगों ने हवाई जहाज उड़ाए, लेकिन लोकतंत्र और लोकसभा की मर्यादा इतनी ऊंची है, भूकंप को भी पचा गया और कोई हवाई जहाज उसकी ऊंचाई पर नहीं जा पाया। ये लोकतंत्र की ताकत है सदन के पास।
Now everything is with the hand of the people now. We are all going to the people. We think that the last 5 years this government what they are doing, that people will take their own decision on that, that we are very much expectation on that. Anyway, for the last 5 years, whatever services have done by Honorable Speaker, we are very much thankful to you as a party and also the ministers concerned everything and other opposition parties also. We are all fight together. In some causes, we are all together.
I belong to regional party. At the same time, in a regional party, I have to fulfill my Tamil Nadu people, whatever they're expecting, and also I have to express my regional feelings also, because even though India is one, we are all, so many parties are here and representing so many cultures. That is the greatness of the India, the unity.
तो ये भी कहता हूँ, हम लोग पर इतना बहुमत नहीं आ सकते हैं, प्रधानमंत्री जी आप फिर बने प्रधानमंत्री। इसलिए इस सदन में आना आपको खुशी हो रही है और एक तरह से दुखी हो रहा है।
So I congratulate the entire Speaker's Office and the SRI for the work that they have contributed. Especially I would like to compliment you and thank you for being in the opposition, including us in the 2 big conferences that you organized. So we had an opportunity of meeting legislators from all over India, and I think we all learnt so much through you and these 2 conferences that we unanimously did.
During these days in 16th Lok Sabha, many changes have been made. New history has been created. But there are certain instances which we should forget as bad dreams.
Madam, I wholeheartedly feel that I don't know what will happen after the election. Whether they will come to this side or will go to that side. We are in a expectation that we will go that side. So naturally, we will miss you that time.
16वीं लोकसभा के आखिरी बजट सत्र के समापन के साथ ही लोकसभा की कार्यवाही अनिश्चितकाल के लिए स्थगित कर दी गई। इसके पहले लोकसभा अध्यक्ष सुमित्रा महाजन ने प्रधानमंत्री, मंत्रियों, सत्ता पक्ष और विपक्षी दलों के सांसदों को 5 साल तक सदन के सुचारू संचालन में सहयोग के लिए आभार जताया। उन्होंने कहा कि उन्होंने संविधान की गरिमा, नियमों और परंपराओं के मुताबिक सदन चलाने का प्रयास किया। लोकसभा अध्यक्ष ने 16वीं लोकसभा के दौरान हुई विधायी कामकाज की जानकारी दी। उन्होंने बताया कि 16वीं लोकसभा का गठन 18 मई 2014 को हुआ था और सभा की पहली बैठक 4 जून 2014 को हुई थी। कुल मिलाकर आज तक 331 बैठकें हुई। इस दौरान दूसरे विधायी कामों के साथ ही 219 विधेयक सदन में पेश किए गए। इसमें 205 सरकारी विधेयक लोकसभा में मंजूर किए गए और 9 सरकारी विधेयक वापस लिए गए। 16वीं लोकसभा के दौरान 6,244 अविलंबनीय लोक महत्व और नियम 377 के अधीन भी 4,718 मामले उठाए। लोकसभा की स्थायी समितियों ने 730 प्रतिवेदन भी प्रस्तुत किए।
सोलहवीं लोकसभा के दौरान 219 विधेयक इंट्रोड्यूस किए गए, 205 सरकारी विधेयक सभा द्वारा स्वीकृत हुए और 9 सरकारी विधेयक वापस लिए गए। 16वीं लोकसभा के दौरान कुछ महत्वपूर्ण विधेयक पारित हुए, जिसमें कुछ विधेयक निम्नलिखित है: द ब्लैक मनी एंड इम्पोजिशन ऑफ टैक्स बिल, द जुवेनाइल जस्टिस, द इंसॉल्वेंसी एंड बैंक्रप्सी कोड, the Benami Transactions Amendment Bill 2016, the Constitution 101st Amendment Bill 2016 regarding introduction of the Good and Service Tax, and to confer simultaneous powers on Parliament as well as the state legislatures, including union territories with legislature. The Integrated Goods and Service Tax Bill 2017, Aadhaar of Financial and Other Subsidized Benefits and Service Bill 2016, the Mental Health Care Bill, the Constitution 102nd Amendment Bill 2018 regarding Constitution of the National Commission for Backward Classes under the newly inserted Article 338B of the Constitution, the Fugitive Economic Offender Bill, the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Amendment Bill, and the Constitution 103rd Amendment Bill, जो कि उच्च शिक्षण संस्थानों और राज्यों के अधीन सेवाओं में प्रारंभिक नियुक्ति में आर्थिक रूप से कमजोर वर्गों के आरक्षण से संबंधित है।
वहीं देश भर में पॉन्जी स्कीमों पर लगाम लगाने के मकसद से लोकसभा में आज अनियमित जमा और बचत योजनाओं को गैर कानूनी बनाने से जुड़ा अनियमित निक्षेप स्कीम पाबंदी विधेयक 2018 पारित हो गया। इस विधेयक के जरिए अनियमित जमा और बचत योजनाओं वाली चिटफंड कंपनियों पर नकेल कसी जा सकेगी। साथ ही ऐसी योजनाओं का प्रचार करने वाले शख्सियतों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी की जाएगी। बिल पारित होने पर केंद्रीय वित्त मंत्री पीयूष गोयल ने क्या कुछ कहा, आइए सुनते हैं।
I would like to mention that we have ensured while amending the bill that no loophole is left and somebody doesn't find a way. If we describe it too much in detail, the type of people will misuse it. Therefore, with great legal acumen, this has been drafted. However, if there are still any other suggestions, while framing the rules, we will ensure that there will be no possibility of misuse of any sort. Bharti Oriji talked about other than CBI. We have ensured that all this data is put into public domain and also that authorities can be designated who will study and take action even beyond CBI.
विधेयक पर चर्चा के दौरान कांग्रेस लेफ्ट और तृणमूल कांग्रेस के सदस्यों के बीच तीखी नोकझोंक भी देखने को मिली। कांग्रेस और लेफ्ट ने चिटफंड घोटाले में पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता का पैसा डूबने के लिए राज्य की ममता बनर्जी सरकार को जिम्मेदार ठहराया।
बंगाल में 20,000 से 30,000 करोड़ रुपया धन की लूट हुए हैं। इन लोगों की जमाने में ये जो लोग हैं बंगाल के सत्ते में, ये बंगाल के सत्ताधारी पार्टी और जो बड़ा जो चिट फंड की कंपनियां हैं, ये मिली भगत ये लूट किए हैं। तो ये लुटेरा को सजा होना चाहिए। आज हम इस पीयूष गोयल जी का समर्थन करते हैं, धन्यवाद करते हैं। और आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे बैठे हुए लोग हैं, इसमें तृणमूल के आधा दर्जन एमपी को भुवनेश्वर के जेल में रहना चाहिए था, लेकिन राजनीतिक सौदाबाजी करके ये जेल के बाहर आ गए और यहाँ करके भाषण देते हैं। लाखों लोग सीधा पीट करके ममता बनर्जी पार्टी के घर में पहुंचे कि हमारा पैसा वापस दो। मुख्यमंत्री कही जो गया सो गया, अभी पता चल रहा है वो चिट फंड का पैसा कहां गया है।
Mamata Banerjee took the trouble of arresting the main person from Kashmir, and he brought in Sudipto Sen. Her government brought him back from Kashmir. She set up a commission. She set up a commission to return the money to investors. After the CBI has taken it over, not 1 rupee has been returned. Now all these people, CPM men and Congress who spoke, they are linked to Sarada issue.
और इसी के साथ इस बुलेटिन में फिलहाल इतना ही। जुड़े रहिए राज्यसभा टीवी के साथ। नमस्कार।